To another chart nerd TA video. Today I am diving into Decentraland. The ticker is Mana against USD. This is on the daily time frame. Let me say less, yeah, because a lot of people know what this project's been about for a hot minute, and the price action didn't really speak for itself throughout the first half of this year. But let me tell you, the way the metaverse and the way that virtual reality and AR and augmented reality and things like that, and the metaverse, and it's just blowing. It's blowing, and coins like Sandbox and are following leverage as well, and it's looking amazing for these projects. It looks really good. You can see that from January for Decentraland, which is back here, I do believe. Yeah, from there, it's appreciated as 6,842% in a year. That is incredible. It's incredible. So let me get into this anyway. And you can see, look, within the last month, this happened in a month. All this price action here. Let's see where from roughly around there in about a month's time, 635% it went up, and you're currently coming back to support here, and you can see that on the daily, where is your key levels of support? Straight off the back, look, you can see the 20 EMA, boom, you broke up, and look where you came back to again, the 20 EMA. But ever since then, so since the 16th of November, you've been holding this 10 on the daily. You've been holding this 10, and look, you're still holding it, and you're coming back down now for a second attempt to hold it. So if you can hold the daily 10 here, 10 EMA, which is again this blue line right here that you're holding, you can see that the price action is hovering back down to it on the daily. Then you're looking good for continuation. We can look at a few indicators right now. So the stock RSI and the RSI, you can see that the RSI it has rolled over a bit. Have we got a bit of bearish divergence there on the daily? So you got a high, a lower high, and another lower high there. Isn't that's a lower high though, isn't it? Yeah. And then you've got, where are we? Got a high and a higher high. So you did have a bit of a bearish divergence there, and you have started to roll. And have you lost that? So you have started to roll over, and that did indicate that you are coming up to some sort of overextension here, and you are a bit overextended from the EMAs. And whenever you come up in the price action like this, you see whenever you come up too quickly and too fast, you get dragged back down to these EMAs, either the blue, the 20, or the 55. I'll get some fibs on in a minute and see, and see where we're heading to. But those are your key levels of support. If you lose the 10, simply look for the 20. If you lose the 20, look for the 55. But these will sort of move up over time with price, or start to roll over a little bit, and so do watch them as they go. But this is as I said, on the daily time frame, and that's just very basic and very simple information there. Just look for the EMAs for a bounce. Also within that, you can look for previous swing highs. So you can see that you came down here, you broke out, and you're falling back. Potentially this level here, or you can see already actually this level here, where you came down in resistance, fell back to the 10 EMA, you came up and broke it, ran into another level of resistance. Where did you fall back to? This trend line for support. So you're resting on this swing high currently. I do need to zoom in a bit. Sorry. So you're currently resting on this swing high right here, which is a key level of a key support area, you could say. So you've come up, you've come down, you came down here 3 times, you've held that 3 times, you wicked to it, and you're looking to test that area again, I do believe. And potentially if the 20 comes up and creeps up here, and you do have a bit more of a correction, that potentially could be your area to hold and get continuation here. The daily 20 could be an optimal entry point moving forward. But as I said, Decentraland's had a lot of growth. I'm not saying that there's not more room for improvement, because there definitely is, and I do think this project will be in the future very beneficial to the market and to crypto and to the metaverse. So looking at this as well on the daily, potentially if you do lose this level of support, your next key area of support is this this swing high here, which you can see happened again. Look, you came up, you fell back to it. Where did you fall back to here? You fell back to that swing high, and then look, you came up and you're coming back to it now. If you come back to this swing high, bullish breakout. If you lose this swing high here, you're potentially, and hit your head on it, you're potentially coming down to this, which would be could be the 55. So you could just watch this space, because all these swing highs here act as support. They act as support, and if you lose them, you look for the next previous swing high, or the swing low, like the swing low is our support as well. So you could potentially come down here and look, that is a swing low and also a swing high. So that is a key level of support for me right there for mana. So if I get that in and make this a bit more accurate here, where are we? If we're sitting right about there. So the rough price of that is about $3.60. And potentially you could be forming some sort of double M top pattern here on a daily, because you've got a high, a lower high, and you're getting depleting buying pressure, and you're starting to roll over a little bit. So if you do lose, as said, yeah, if you lose this is your next technical target, the $3.60. And let's get some fibs on. Let's see if that gives any confluence. About there to there. See that you could be looking to come to this 55, which would be this swing high here. But let's see. Let's get the fibs on. Let's have a look with some fibs on real quick. So from the all-time high down to so you came up here, found support, you broke out, ran into a level of resistance, and you're retracing. And right now you can see that swing high is kind of landing on the 0618 at $4.40. So potentially this $4.40 area could be a level of support and could act for a level of support for yourself here. And that's where you could get the wick down from the 10 and close. And if you start getting above that, that is where you're flipping a switch here and you're going to be bullish. But if you do start to lose it, the 786 is your next area level of support, which would be the 20. And, you know, you can start coming down to these levels here, the 1272, which would be $2.88. As I said, I would hope this swing high right here to hold at $3.60. But yeah, that's a little update on mana. Let me just zoom into the 4 hour and see what I can notice. Yeah, so this is a key level of support that you need to hold right now. A key level of support, that $4.40, because you came down to it. You came down into that. You held it, back to it, held it, back to it, held it, broke out, and now you're retracing back to that again. If you get a bounce here, this is where you could potentially break out, and you could potentially be in on the 4 hour some sort of potentially could be a horizontal pattern here where you're coming out like boom, 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 and you get squeezed into a corner. You break out this level of resistance and break through the 050, potentially at $4.70. That's where you're flipping a switch and you are going to start getting an impulsive breakout here for mana, and that could be the correction over. But equally, this could be some sort of descending triangle, and if you do lose that level of support, that is, and hit your head on that, that is where you potentially start coming down to these targets here, which is, look, that's a swing low right there, level of support. You can see here that that's a swing low, level of support, the 1272. So just watch this space, watch it very closely. Hopefully the breakout comes and this $4.40 area holds. It'd be lovely to see that for mana. But yeah, guys, take care until next time. Peace out from Chart Nerd TA.